Hey, this is Todd Evangelist, and as you know, I work at the Imperial County Office of Education with the Strong Workforce Program. Have a quick ending video of our Season 1 distance learning series for middle school students here on this college and career concept, getting them ready here in middle school. Today's episode highlighted, and I'll send you the PowerPoint as an educator, highlighted a couple different online resources, but they're all very closely related to that, to the suite of resources, online resources that are available from the California Department of Education. So I'll share a quick PowerPoint with you and highlight some of the things that we encourage the students to do today. So let me share my screen real quick. And all right, let me kind of move my picture away and okay. The concept today was to think of how prepared are you as a student for a career of work. Now, as a middle school student, that is so far away, they may not even be thinking about it, but gosh, we want to get them to start thinking about that. I'm reminded of that Stephen Covey quote that, and I think it's so true, to begin with the end in mind. And to get that into the head of an adolescent is a critical concept here. So that's why we've been trying to focus them on what are you interested in, and then matching those careers to that, and then really having them envision themselves settling into that career because it interests them. Then I think we kind of have the hook in them. And then we just work it back to say, okay, well then high school is important because you got to learn these things in order to do that. And college is important, or training at community college or on the job is important because it's going to help you get to that preferred place that you want to be. And so is middle school. Middle school is important to get you ready for high school. So you can see the concept of kind of working it back to where they're at today. In this particular video, we highlight, we emphasize these three resources that are available from the California Department of Education. I'll send you this as a PDF as well, so that you have this resource in the email that I send you. But we've talked a lot about the Career Zone, so I kind of put a check next to that. So today's video highlighted this California Career Center webpage, and then we also kind of bounced over and talked a little bit at the end about this mobile app that they can use. These two, the California Career Center and the mobile app, kind of go hand in hand. All right, so we focused on that, and let me stop sharing my screen real quick, and just not too much. I just at least want to show you what that web page is all about. All right, I think I actually left my web page on the screen down there. When you land there on this particular web page, this is what it looks like. It has the opportunity for them to sign in, and you can sign in as an educator and create an account, and students can sign in. Very similar to the previous websites. There's an option to sign in. The value of signing in is that all the work and all the profiles that you create, interest profile, tests, and all those things that give you feedback as to what particular careers would match that are all saved. So I encourage students to create accounts just so that they don't have to recreate the wheel every time they come back. Lots of good stuff here. In fact, there's some good stuff here for middle school students. There's a tab here. And I just, this particular website is a little less visually appealing as others. So it's just kind of a list of hyperlinked resources. But I've gone through a couple of these on the video with them. So if I was an educator, I would take the time to peruse each of these different tabs. And what I did is I just kind of took them through a quick startup on the top, went to My Stuff, which obviously you have to have you have to register in order to kind of keep your My Stuff related to you. Right now, it's just kind of generically planned out there. A listing of videos, those are embedded all throughout the video, or the web page, so you don't have to, but if you want to have one archive of where the videos are, they're there. That may be helpful to you as you're doing a lesson outside of this particular website. There's some great resources there. And then what I did with students on their student video is I went through all these different tabs underneath students. So I'll leave that on the student video. Educator, there's a whole bunch of great lesson plan creator and shared lessons that you can do. In order to do that fully, I would suggest that you create a profile and an account with them. Then there's also some good parents resources as well that we highlighted. And I would encourage parents to download the Parent Handbook. Great resource for parents. And it would be good as an educator to reinforce that with parents if they're interested in, you know, if they come to the question and say, hey, how can I help my student? Downloading that, it gives them some good step-by-step tools. All right, so we did that. And then we essentially, let me go back to that PowerPoint that I had pulled up. All right. After that, then I hopped over and took them to this particular app. You can download that as well. It's not a great app, but it's produced as kind of an app version to that web page that we just got done reviewing. Once again, going back to that question of how prepared are you for a career of work, then I want to kind of build into them, beginning with the end in mind is the concept of essentially of education. And then I left them with these three things as kind of this season finale of these videos. Here's their summer goals. Determine what is interesting to you as a student in terms of a career and occupation. What is interesting to you? Are you an inside person? Are you an outside person? Think about what that is. Number two, identify careers that are connected to what interests you. Now, some of these concepts are very similar to the previous videos that we've had, because a lot of this, you'll notice in Building a Bridge, is connected to finding out what is interesting to a student and then connecting that to the world of work afterwards. So we're just kind of doubling down a little bit on that. And then I left it with this, the concept of number three, use high school to help get you there. That's kind of a summer goal. So if they know what they are interested in, if they know potential things that are careers that are related to those areas of their interest, then my challenge to them was to begin to think about high school as a means to an end. How can my high school, 4 years in high school experience, help me get from where I'm at today to that preferred life and career and skills that I will need for that job? So hopefully that will help them and sink into them a little bit. This has been a fun, enjoyable series that we've put together. Hopefully they've been useful to you. We'll pick it back up in the fall, whether we're in school, live sessions, or continue distance learning, whatever it is. I think it's valuable to have some of these lessons done, some of this distance learning stuff that might be able to augment what we do in the classroom with building a bridge to your future curriculum. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I really appreciate the work that you do with middle school students. It will produce a stronger workforce in the end. So I think what you do. And once again, this is Todd Evangelist. If you need to get a hold of me, hopefully you know all my contact information. I'm just an email or text message. Thanks a lot. All right, bye-bye. Stop sharing and then end the show. Thanks a lot.